I'm Amy Snover, and I'm a climate adaptation scientist. Almost everything in our world is attached to climate. What grows where? What crops do we plant where? Where do we get our power from? What kind of houses do we build? What do we see in the grocery store? How big is the bridge? What kind of pavement do they use on the road? All of these things are linked to climate, and we have embedded climate expectations in almost everything we do. And so our job is to help people understand and uncover those embedded expectations and say, are your plans for the future, are the decisions that you're making going to work as the climate changes, or how are they sensitive and how might we need to change them? I study how climate affects us here in the Northwest, how it affects our forests and our fish and our water resources, and even more importantly, how we need to adjust our management practices or our planning or our policy making in order to ensure that we thrive even as the climate changes. Climate change is going to change all kinds of things in the Northwest, and it all begins with the temperature. So for about the 2050s, we anticipate that the average temperature for a year will be warmer than the warmest years of the 20th century. Everything from forests to farms to fish to cities. Our mountain snowpack is super important because it releases water over the year that we use to make power. Most of our power in the Northwest is hydropower, and we have developed dams and reservoirs and transmission systems, all with an expectation of when that water will be available to make power. One of the big challenges about climate change is it's changing the timing of things that we rely on. Climate change will affect almost anything you can think of here in the Northwest, and a big one is agriculture. A major thing we think about with agricultural systems is how pests will change. Bridging what is sometimes a divide between science and practice or science and policy, and helping one side or group understand the other. I see myself as a translator and a connector and a facilitator of collaboration. Our work shows the many different ways that climate change will affect us as humans no matter where we live. And there's many unexpected ways because all of our infrastructure and communities were built with the assumption that the climate's going to look like the climate of the past. And it's not. And that's why climate change matters, because when the climate is different from the built-in climate assumptions is when we're going to have trouble. And so our work as a society is about understanding where those differences are and making sure we're not caught off guard and we're prepared for those changes.